What we learned from the 90s was that we had to cut a significant amount of soldiers very quickly. And when you do that, sometimes you're going to lose some of your best candidates, the best potential, the best leaders. This time we've taken a disciplined approach and asked the President for some extra time in order to draw the size of the Army down, which he's granted us. That's going to allow us to take a disciplined approach to make sure that we have actually identified the best qualified folks, and those that don't have future potential are able to transition out of the Army with dignity and respect. Well, the first thing that a soldier's got to do is to make sure they understand what they have to do to get promoted. So every branch has a career map that basically says these are the things you've got to do at your grade in order to be competitive for the next. You got to do those and do them well. The other thing you got to do is be a disciplined professional, which means don't drink and drive, don't do drugs, don't beat your wife or your husband. Don't do the things that are negative behaviors, okay? And if you are, you've got to stop and grow. And if not, you're going to be at risk. No, it does not. You know, at every step, a leader is involved in a decision about whether or not a soldier is going to be able to stay in the Army. And at the end of the day, it's a commander's call. That's why they have the privilege of command. And at the end of the day, we hold those commanders accountable to make sure that we've looked at the total soldier and looked at what their performance has been in combat or in the field or in the training environment, and also what they've done in their off-duty time. And if a person's made a mistake in the past, does not mean it's the end of the line. But if you're a person that has continued to repeat adverse or bad judgment, we are going to question whether or not you have the privilege to serve. No, I don't see that as the case whatsoever. As a matter of fact, the Chief of Staff of the Army has said that our focus, our strategy as an Army is to prevent, shape, and win. Okay, prevention means building strong partnerships with other nations and to learn from them, and for our soldiers to have the experience to train with other nations. This is important for our Army, and it's a very important part of our overall Department of Defense strategy. So I see this as a great opportunity, especially here in Hohenfels, to work with other nations. This is part of the role of the Army in our mission. Our nation has said that we're going to reduce the size of our Army because the war in Iraq has ended, and our role in Afghanistan is going to continue to diminish over the next several years. And so when our nation's economy is challenged, okay, when we have to make sure that the American people are taken care of, then we need to reduce the size of the Army as part of paying that bill. As part of why we say we're professionals. We take an oath to support and defend the Constitution. When you do that, that means you also accept the way that our country has chosen to do this. I'm concerned that our soldiers are treated with dignity and respect when we transition them out of the service, but I know our leaders will do a great job, and I'm excited about our future.